there and welcome. It's Bernice, your host for A Merry Space with Nissi. I'm certain you've heard this phrase before, curiosity killed the cat, especially when you're snooping and inquiring about other people's business. Well, someone who thinks you are being too nosy might stop you in your tracks saying, curiosity killed the cat. That's right. You got that response because you were asking questions or wanted to know something about someone that really doesn't concern you. This is the type of response you're likely to get when you ask someone a question they believe that shouldn't concern you. So that person shuts you down against asking further questions or tells you to mind your own business because your snooping can lead to further verbal insults, possibly spiral into dangerous situations, or perhaps affect you because of the information disclosed. What's interesting is that we have heard this phrase, curiosity killed the cat, over and over again, not knowing there's more to the phrase. Over time, the saying evolved to curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. That's right. Many people don't or didn't know that there's a second half to the phrase, meaning, but satisfaction brought it back, which means that going the extra mile to probe or dig up the information you really want can be quite daunting. However, when it's all said and done, the fulfillment of discovering the details and satisfying your inquisitiveness may have well worth the pursuit, despite any unwelcoming or hostile conditions you may have faced. I agree that being nosy for wrong reasons is absolutely rude, though some prying is necessary and harmless. Sometimes, nosy people are merely curious with no harmful intentions. All they want is to give a helping hand, which means they will need to meddle a bit. Then there are others who believe that snooping is wrong. It's invading other person or people's privacy, betrayal, and breach of trust. Of course, curious behaviors can be destructive if the intent is to know what's going on in other people's lives just for the heck of it. However, I don't believe that poking your nose into another person's business or anything that doesn't concern you really is all that bad. It all depends on how you perceive curiosity. So, should you perceive curiosity as a positive gesture and you genuinely want to help, get involved and make it your business, especially if you are well prepared to help someone before they make a big mistake. Why not get involved if you can improve a situation? I say make it your business. By all means, just do it. Let me ask this question. Are you nosy? If yes, that's great. It's not a bad idea. And let me explain why it's not bad, despite what some people might say. I believe it is crucial to be nosy or inquisitive so we can keep pace of constant changes that are part of today's society and not necessarily believing that if we ask too many questions, we are minding other people's business or situations that might get us into trouble. Look at it this way. Curiosity is tied to continuous or lifelong learning. Curiosity helps us discover new challenges and increases the amount of value we create and bring to the table. Believe it or not, there's power in curiosity because it allows us to look at situations through an inquisitive lens like we did as kids. You know kids are. Kids are naturally curious. They pursue and express their curiosity in different ways, and they ask questions without any hesitation. They just want to know. Also, curiosity encourages unconventional thinking, allowing us to imagine new possibilities. It sparks creativity and invention, and the list goes on and on and on. Take a second to think of our heroes, or should I say begin with our sheroes and heroes who made and continue to make significant contributions to society. The scientists, inventors, artists, and other subject matter experts who were curious and bold enough to question the status quo. They ask questions so they can seek out new possibilities. As we continue to develop, we discover the importance of curiosity and realize that there's something, or nothing I should say, wrong with a bit of inquisitiveness, because it is linked closely to accomplishments, goals, and behaviors, our endeavors, because they drive us constantly into the unknown, where we make discoveries, uncover opportunities, create relationships that helps us to experience our full potential. Yes, I consider them limitless possibilities, and there's no limit to what we can achieve when we are curious. Also, curiosity helps us to become better problem solvers, because when we are curious, we're eager to explore, learn, we seek to understand, we are more resourceful and feel confident enough to ask questions without fear or uncertainty. People who are curious are not afraid of feeling uncomfortable to get comfortable. They pursue the unknown, take action, make things happen, and are more willing to get out of their comfort zones for the sake of pursuing their passions. I'm certain you have friends and family members who are curious, but you may think they are just too nosy. Well, if you're not by nature a nosy or curious person, or feel uncomfortable asking questions, don't sweat it. Some of us are just not nosy. Some people are basically shy and prefer not to meddle. However, try not to get stuck in that space too long. Reframe, focus on positive aspects, and redirect any misconceptions you tend to harbor about curiosity. Cultivate a sense of adventure, willingness to take risks, and encourage yourself to ask questions. Awaken your curiosity by reading and exploring. Dare to discover more ideas and have more and just difficult questions if possible. Refuse to look at inquisitiveness as meddling. Be curious and be brave. And always have the desire to learn and understand, not be understood, for you to understand. Naturally, we're all curious people. Curiosity matters. It's a good thing. It is a fundamental trait of humanity that drives us to explore, learn, and understand the world around us. Think of inventors like Marjorie Joyner, an African-American businesswoman, Benjamin Banneker, a self-taught mathematician, even Albert Einstein, the greatest and most influential scientist, and where curiosity took these and other inventors. They weren't afraid. They were curious. Be mindful that as we grow older, our curiosity tends to decline simply because we lose interest, which is a desire to know and grow. We don't want to not grow and learn. Remember, curiosity is like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. Therefore, make a conscious effort to nurture curiosity and consider it as one of the most important and precious gifts we are given. However, if we don't use or neglect our curious instincts, we will definitely lose the ability to learn, grow, develop, and scrutinize the unknown. Find new things that you're curious about and focus on those things. Find out all you can learn about them. And once you've mastered them, you can move on to other things. Don't ever regret being nosy, regardless of what people tell you. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but meddling is what makes life interesting and serves as a compass that leads us to follow our passions. So long for now. Thank you for listening to A Merry Space with Nissi. Until next time, be safe and healthy.